If you have not listened to Graduation by Kanye West, there is a link in the description. It is a, I believe, 52-ish minute album. Consume it to your heart's content, and I recommend you do that before you come here and listen to my rant and rave about it. Okay. According to Wikipedia, this was released September 11th, 2007. It was recorded over the course of 2 years, 2005 to 2007. Apparently hip-hop, pop rap, alternative rap, progressive rap. It's about 51 minutes and 23 seconds long. That's the basics for the album. My introduction to this album was probably, I think I was in high school. And if I remember correctly, I was dating a girl, and she was asking everyone what their favorite albums were, and I think hers was Graduation, was this album. And it's a good album. I like it. That's not my official rating yet. But yeah, I probably overall liked it, and it was good, on the better side of things. So I'll just go through every song, and we'll see what I think about it. Each one. Good Morning. Classic song. I think the top comment on this is, yes, the top comment is, for over 10 years, this has been my wake-up alarm tone, and it always will be. And, it was my wake-up alarm for a while, too. I thought it's a pretty good song. I like it. And literally, there's a line in here that says, "Welcome to Graduation," which is great for the first song in the Graduation album. On this day, we become legendary. I have not graduated college, but my wife has, and I get the vibes. On this day, we become legendary. Thinking of Graduation. It's a really good song. Again, great wake-up call song. But it's also, if you look at the lyrics, like, on this day, we become legendary. You graduate when you make it up out of the streets. I don't know that. Maybe he's talking about a different type of graduation. But I think it's a good song for graduating in any sense. Obviously, we often associate that with school. But from the motes of pain, look how far we done came. Haters saying you changed. Now you're doing your thing. The third verse is kind of like crapping on college graduation, where he says, they tell you, read this, eat this, don't look around, just peep this, preach this, teach us Jesus. Okay, look up now, they done stole your streetness. After all that, you receive this. Pretty good rhymes. Interesting. Good song. What would I rate this song? I'll give this one a 7 out of 9. I think I could give this one a 7 out of 9. Champion is a song. The first lines on the song are, did you realize that you were a champion in their eyes? He's basically singing about how he's a champion. He kind of talks about where he's come from. My dad say, when you see your clothes, close your eyelids. We were sort of like Will Smith and his son. In the movie, I'm talking about the rich ones. Because every summer he'd get some brand new harebrained scheme to get rich from. And that Will Smith line is referring to, what is the movie? I'm sure it says here. The Pursuit of Happiness, where Will Smith and his son play a pair of poor people, they were poor. It's funny? I have a thing about The Pursuit of Happiness, that movie that he's referring to, which is that it's one of the oldest movies I can remember. I remember my mom watching the movie The Pursuit of Happiness at least once or twice, and I have some vivid memories of it. Like some scenes where spoilers for The Pursuit of Happiness, but there's a scene where he's like he and his son are rushing around, and his son drops the one toy he owns, I think it was like Spider-Man or Superman or something. It's just like, it's gone. That thing's gone forever, and they're in a rush, and he's like, no, we gotta go. And that toy is gone forever. And that's like, but he's like, they're poor. That's like the only thing he has. There's another one where they're like checking out somewhere, and his son sees like a candy bar, and the son doesn't ask for it, but he's like eyeballing it, and Will Smith buys that for him. He's like trying to sell stuff. He's like, there's so much in that movie. Am I getting this mixed up? There's another Will Smith movie that I think was Will Smith even in that? Now I'm getting my wires crossed. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna hung up on that bit. Basically, champions is about him being a champion, overcoming stuff, and being a cool guy. I will give this one. I'll give it a 6 out of 9. I kind of like it. I kind of like this one. It's Kanye. It sounds good. It's a great song. The message, meh. I just, maybe it's because I heard it a bunch. I think when I first heard this song, I was like, dang, this is really good. But at this point, I kind of like it. 6 out of 9. I'll give it. After that is Stronger. Now, Stronger, the story I heard behind Stronger is that the beat to Stronger is clearly a mixed up, or I don't know what you're saying, like mashed up version of one of Daft Punk's songs. I really like what he does with the music. Oh, I was going to the backstory. The backstory behind the song is, yes, it's a Daft Punk beat, but apparently, and I don't know if this is true, I heard this on a YouTube short, but basically Kanye was listening to heard the Daft Punk song come on from Daft Punk's Harder, Better, Faster, Stronger, and Kanye asked the guy, yo, what is this? And the guy was like, oh, that's Daft Punk's Harder, Better, Faster, Stronger. And then the collab happened because Kanye heard it on the radio. What is the meaning of these lyrics? I don't know. Nothing too inspiring. I'm a cool guy. I do coolest guy stuff. Okay. There's of course more nuance there, a little bit more nuance there, but basically that's the vibe I get. How do I feel about this one? I like it. I'm gonna give this one a 7 out of 9. I just like musically what's happening there with the harder, better, faster, stronger. The constant saying harder, better, faster, stronger underneath all the rapping. I like that. I also just like Daft Punk as well. I have a soft spot for them in my heart. So it's got to at least be a 7 out of 9. I Wonder. I Wonder is a song that I like. It's basically about his dreams coming true and working towards them. Verse 2, he's like, it's half him talking about his dreams coming true, but he's also talking about other people kind of should get their dream, maybe should be working more on their dreams. And that elevates this one for me. And I think one of the last line here, the last few lines here really gets me. How many ladies in the house? How many ladies in the house without a spouse? Something in your blouse got me feeling so rouse. What you about? On the independent stuff, traded all for a husband and some kids. You ever wonder what it all really means? You ever wonder if you find your dreams? I really like that. But it's not like musically doesn't blow my mind. Lyrically, I liked it, so I'm gonna put this one in a 7 out of 9 again. Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. The Good Life is a good song to follow I Wonder because it's basically him like, I made it. I'm living the good life. This is awesome. It's a fun song though. It's not really him being like, I'm living the good life. It's like, this is the good life, my guys. We're living the good life, homies. We're doing it. It's a good vibe. It's a 6 out of 9. Kinda liked it. 6 out of 9. Kinda like it. After Good Life is Can't Tell Me Nothing. Can't Tell Me Nothing is kind of a I'm successful, screw the haters type song. Song seems to have like a lower BPM. I don't know. Musically, it was good. I think it's pretty good, but nothing I'm in love with. I kind of like it. Another 6 out of 9. Next, after Can't Tell Me Nothing, is Barry Bonds. Barry Bonds. I used to not like the song Barry Bonds, but now it's kind of one of my favorites. One of the lines is, and here's another hit, Barry Bonds. Basically, this song just feels like Kanye saying, "I can write amazing music. Here an amazing song. It's called Barry Bonds." I don't even know what Barry Bonds is, but when you listen to it, you're just like, God, this guy just just manifests good music. And that's the feeling you get from this whole song. It's good music. He's talking about so much random. I don't know. He's like, I'm good. I am good. Stuff like that. I don't know. It's a little bit more specific and nuanced than that. But basically, I'm good. But there's something meta about Barry Bonds, where to me anyway, where it feels like he's saying, I'm really good. Here's a song that's really good. It just feels like that's what he's saying. And I just like that so much. I'm tempted to give this I'm going to have to give this one a 6 out of 7. I don't know if I can give it a 8 out of 9. That's a little too high, but I will give it a 6 out of 7. It's up there somewhere. It's up there somewhere. 6 out of 7. I don't know. I'm probably insane for so far. This is my favorite track on Graduation so far. You got to keep in mind, I've listened to this thing I've listened to this entire album so many times. I've listened to this a lot, so that means that some songs, this is endemic of my whole psychology when it comes to consuming art. I have an underdog appreciation for art. If there's that, I feel like if something isn't appreciated enough, I feel like I appreciate it more. And so that's kind of why Barry Bonds is so high. Next after Barry Bonds is Drunk and Hot Girls. I enjoy Drunk and Hot Girls. The song. Not really Drunk and Hot Girls. It sounds like a problem. Which is basically the point of the song. Drunk and Hot Girls are kind of a problem. You're just trying to get with a drunk and hot girl. And there's all this BS. And the song, it's playing like it. And it's like, oh my God, you feel like you're drunk in the club and you're just trying to get this lady. You're just trying to get with this lady, and there's all this BS. And the chorus reflects this. We go through too much BS just to mess with these drunken hot girls. It's just true. All right. And this song, I used to not like this song very much either, but I like it a lot now because I don't really like the I didn't used to like that very much, and I still don't love that. I think that's okay, but this is so elevated by the bridge that plays at one point. It completely changes up into this clarity. And I can't play it for you, but if you heard the song, you know what this is, where he goes, it's sung, love the dangerous necessities that people seek without regard to where they are. The human heart is curious above all things. Love the lights are low, your eyes are bright, the music plays its sweet delight. It's out of sight, I'm feeling right, your dress is tight. Oh, how I want you right now. It's like, because it elevates, because most of the song is talking about the BS. But then the bridge here near the end that bridges into the final verse is just it shows the clarity of why you would go through all the BS. It's like this, you have this moment on the dance floor where you make eye contact with this beautiful woman, and it's just you have that moment, and it's just your brain is expanding, and you're just your heart's rate. It's just and the way it drops off of the last line, oh, how I want you right now, it feels like it crashes back into the drunken stupor it's so good. I love it. I don't know why I love it, but I do. It's so good. And then but it leaves with the last verse, which is the most brutal, and which just seals the deal so hard. It says, don't tell me you sing, you about to get a deal, you drunken hot girls. Ah, da, 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 that's how the F you sound, you drunken hot girls. Yeah, you only live once, do whatever you like. I thought I'd be with you for only one night. Now I'm with this girl for the rest of my life. That drunken hot girl. It's so good. It's fire. It's so good. I love this song. But I don't know, it feels a little I have no like it's just a really good story. I have never been to a club. I don't think I've been around drunken hot girls before. This has not been a problem I have, but I like the story. And I used to have a horrible I just didn't like it when I was in high school. I couldn't relate to it on any level. For at least the first half. But then like I feel like I woke up every time the bridge hit. I love I give the ending, the bridge, and the last verse. I probably give that like 9 out of 9 for sure. I love that. I just love that. That's why I consume art is that part right there. But everything else kind of brings it down a little bit because I just that the first half, everything else before that's like it's good, it's okay. Not my thing, but when you wrap it with a bow, it feels really nice at the end. So what would I say? I don't know if I could say I love this because of everything else, but I will give it an 8 out of 9, which is my highest rank. Oh my God, Drunken Hot Girls above Barry Bonds. Everything is insane. I didn't think my takes were this based. Okay, and probably wrong in so many people's eyes. Okay, but I'll bring it back. I'm bringing it back. Flashing Lights. I love Flashing Lights. Let's talk about Flashing Lights. The I don't want to say the background music to the rap it just makes you feel like you're on there's like a runway happening. It's like these strings, these like very beautiful orchestral strings, and it's like boom, clap, boom. It feels good. It feels good. I love it. The last line of the last verse doesn't even like make sense. But he says, "I'm just saying, hey Mona Lisa, come on home. You know you can't run without Caesar." Like historically, I don't think that makes any sense. But like you get what he's saying. She's a work of art, and he is like he's Caesar. He's the Roman emperor in peak Rome. You know, that's how, it's just like, it's one of those things where it's like, it's the enigma. It's the interesting thing about Kanye where he's like, he thinks he's so amazing, but he also kind of is pretty amazing. And it's really interesting to see him own that. I think he goes too far. All right. But it feels good to see someone that confident and talented. The first line is really nice. She don't believe in shoes and stars, but she believes in shoes and cars. And it's like, oh, I see. She kind of, but the money. He also has this famous line where he says, I hate the he's basically saying he hates the paparazzi more than the Nazis. Which, damn. With the recent Kanye takes.
I see good things about Hitler also.
Does put a frown on my face. But this is a different person. This Kanye from 2007 making this track. He did not like the Nazis. Okay, so this track still makes sense, but it just, it's a little bittersweet, that line. I used to love that line because it felt real. It was like, sometimes you just hate annoying people more than like historical jerks, like the historical monsters. They aren't real to you on some level, but the annoying people are. I like that line. But then he came out with the Nazi thing, and I'm sad. That's disappointing. Anyway, I just really like the song. I don't know if any of that made sense, but I just think it's something a high class. He sounds like he's saying all this high class stuff like wood floors in the new apartment, couture from the store's department. I'm more the trips to Florida. Order to order views of the water straight from the page of your favorite author. And it's just like, it's like life's good. I'm taking in all these luxurious, amazing things. It just feels good. It sounds like it's a song about him and a beautiful woman and trying to live the good life. Can't live it with a good life without each other. Just a good song. It's a good song. I'm gonna give it. I'll bring it back to form. I do really like this song. It's also because my wife really likes it, and we just like listening to the song together. So, give this one an 8 out of 9. God, I love Flashing Lights. I have a vivid memory of walking around my block when I was in high school, kind of depressed, listening to like this whole album. I did like an hour walk and listened to the whole album. Like when it was night out. I just have a lot of memories of that. Of when certain things hitting, I can see like my neighborhood in the dark. It's pretty good. Everything I am. It's the first line. Damn. Here we go again. It just feels like he's like the music sounds like it's just saying, damn. You know, it's like down, 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 down. It's just like that. It's so good. It's just the whole song, the musical. I don't know how to. The instrumental. It just sounds like dang. Yeah, that's how I feel about it. And the first verse, he's talking about all the stuff he'll never be picture perfect Beyonce. You know, he's naming all these like famous people and all the things he'll never have or be like that they have. But then he says, everybody's saying what's not for him, but everything I'm not made me everything I am, which is a really good line, which is true. And I vibe with that line because I feel like I get pulled in all these different directions. And I want to do so many things, but at some point you can't do everything. You have to pick the things you want to do. And just as much as the things you do make up who you are, the things you choose not to do make up who you are, which is a really good thing to keep in mind. My wife loves the line, people talk so much crap about me in barbershops, they forget to get their hair cut. Just funny, you just imagine people talking smack in a barbershop and then they just leave like 2 hours later. Did you get a haircut? Oh, shoot. Verse 2 is he's talking about how people will crap on him for all the things he's not. But he's like, at the end of the day, he'll just take the I got a lot of cheese award. Reasonable. People talking crap, when the crap hit the fan, everything I'm not, made me everything I am. I really like the message of this song. I like how it comes together. Do I really enjoy this song as much as Flashing Lights and Drunken Hot Girls? I really like the message, but I think musically it does really fit I like how it fits the dang. I really like that. But I don't know, it's not something I want to listen to that often. It's just, I like the message, but musically, the instrumental just doesn't inspire me. The instrumental fits the song really well, but it doesn't really inspire me. So, I won't give it an 8 out of 9, but I will give it a 6 out of 7, I think. Yeah, I'm okay with that. That's close enough. All right, next is The Glory. It's okay. It's pretty good. It's good. It's good. It's a good vibe. I like the hype vibe of The Glory. Man, life's glorious, which is just like, I feel like we've touched on that a lot in this album. Oh, everything's glorious. It's glorious. It's like, yeah, okay. Saying this stuff again, I get it. It sounds fun. The music is really fun. It's just, I love what's happening with the instrumental. Ooh, amazing. I love it. But lyrically, it feels like I've been here for 30 minutes. You know, at least. I'm going to say, I'm going to give this one a 6 out of 9. I kind of like it. I think I kind of like it. I wish it did more lyrically. But it's fine. I kind of like it. Oh, I love Homecoming. It basically talks about how he left a girl behind his home town to go follow his dreams. And it's like a good song. Also, I live near, he's from Chicago. And he mentions the, okay, so there's so many things. Instrumental, amazing. It feels like whenever I listen to the song, I feel like I'm like at a, like it's some sort of celebration in Chicago. I don't know, it's just like, I feel like I'm there. I feel like I'm in some sort of like celebration in Chicago at night and everyone's hanging around on the town. They actually have like ambience in the background of people like cheering, which probably helps you get in that position. And he talks about, he's like, if you don't know about now, there's a line in here. I think it's in the chorus where he says, "Baby, do you remember when fireworks are like at Lake Michigan?" Oh, and I lived nearby Lake Michigan for many years, so I just really like that line. Coldplay is on this track. He does the chorus, which is so good. It's just pretty good. I just like Homecoming. I think it says a lot more with the story than other tracks on this album do. I like how it talks about an area that I grew up nearby. I just think that's cool. So I'm going to give this one a pretty good rating. I think I'm going to give it an 8 out of 9. I really like Homecoming. It's good. I like Homecoming. Okay, it's after Homecoming. Big Brother. All right. Homecoming, in my opinion, is where you should end Graduation, the album. Just stop listening after that. On the version I listened to for many years, it ended with Big Brother. But there's actually a second track on many versions of this album, which was news to me after a few years, and I just never listened to that last song because it's also just not my favorite. Big Brother, though, the last song is what I thought for many years. It feels like it mixes the damn vibe from Everything I'm Not instrumentally with kind of like the I don't know, classiness of Flashing Lights, which is a fine instrumental, but it's pretty good. I mean, it's Kanye. Those instrumentals are really good. But I care so little. I care negative amounts about the lyrics here. He is like talking about rap drama, and I don't care. In fact, I would like you to stop talking about this. That's what I feel like when it comes on. I don't have much else to say about Big Brother. I'm just not a huge fan. So I'm gonna give this one a 3 out of 9. I'm sure if you know I'm not sure. Maybe if you know the drama that Kanye is referring to in this track, it would be better to listen to. But for me, I do not care. I feel like even if I knew the context, I still feel like Kanye is being a baby by complaining about this on a track. I just don't care, bro. I don't care. So 3 out of 9 for Big Brother. And then, wow, this last track, Good Night. Man, I do not care about this song on any level. I do kind of like the instrumental a little bit. It's got some, I don't know if you'd call them like synths that are kind of reminiscent of other genres I listen to that are kind of like lo-fi or maybe like, kind of 8-bit almost. I kind of like what's happening with those those notes. But unlike every other track on this, unlike everything before Big Brother, this is another track that I don't remember anything from this track. When I listen, I feel like nothing is happening. Maybe I'm going crazy. I just don't like this track. It feels like nothing is happening when I listen to it. It's really inoffensive. There's nothing I can point as I hate this part about this. I feel like I just can't even absorb what's occurring. So I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 9. Okay. Let me say my final score on Graduation. Now, if you had to listen to the entirety of Graduation, if you had to, all right, I'd probably give this a 6 out of 9. I had to listen to those last 2 songs. But we live in a reality where you don't have to do that. I recommend if you listen to this, don't listen to the last 2. Don't listen to Big Brother. Don't listen to Good Night. You finish Homecoming, change the music. And if you do that, honestly, I know I gave a lot of these tracks, 6 or 7 out of 9, but note that was a long streak of positives. You can listen to a lot of albums where you get some highs and some like negatives. You're like, I don't like this track, but that was all positives in a row. There were some of them were just kind of like, but they were all positives in a row. And saying that, I'm gonna have to give this one. I'll give it an 8 out of 9. I don't love it. If I didn't have to cut out the bottom 2, this would probably be a 9 out of 9. But the fact that I have to like go out of my way to turn off the last 2 songs, 8 out of 9. Yeah, I don't think I have anything else. I'll tell you what I got planned for tomorrow. What's after Graduation on my to-do list? My Happy Marriage is next on the to-do list, which is an anime that came out recently. I watched it with my wife. And yeah, we'll talk about it. You'll see me talk about it tomorrow. Love you guys. See you next time.